Hello and welcome to an unrehearsed episode of Quiet on Set Podcasting. Definitely take one. Fresh take. No way that we just lost an entire episode because the thing that
I don't have two hands to close that.
And he doesn't have two hands to close that. As always, I am your host, Stoby, with the incomparable, unerring other Kev. And we are joined by Aoife.
Our
research person.
Yeah.
Who's basically just, she has Google. What we're going to do this week and today, and as always, is ramble. We're going to talk about Toy Story 3.
And at the end of it,
Toy Story 3, because fuck the fourth one.
The lads from OSW Reviews is going to be here at the end, so stay tuned to the end.
Who fuck knows? So we're just going to talk about Toy Story 4. There's no way that we accidentally fucked up and...
There's no we here. This movie has made... Budget was 20 million, and it's made... 200 million, and it's made over 200 million. Is it a failure then?
Yes. It will be in the eyes of the accountant who will lie.
Yeah, because that's how Hollywood works. And the way everyone's like, Hollywood doesn't lie. It's like, Hollywood's been lying about sexual harassment for years.
And this movie, the guy
who... lie about accounts.
What was the guy who actually started Pixar, who's now...
Steve Jobs? He's dead.
Not Steve Jobs, the guy...
He started Apple.
And Pixar.
Really?
He had a hand in Pixar.
He's the CEO of Pixar.
What's the main guy at Pixar who's now in trouble for, hugging people for too long? That was one of the allegations. He hugged people for too long. I'll put up all those things on the screen now. Can you believe he did that?
I can't wait till we get like a copyright strike. Not because we're shit talking Toy Story. We're shit talking a man doesn't even work at the company that made Toy Story 4 anymore.
So the original writer,
Rashida Jones,
left the. What would be the best way of saying? She left
the writing
project for unspecified reasons.
Because he got touched.
And then that guy left sometime after it. So she was originally going to be the only writer.
No, I was the second guy.
Originally she was going to be the only writer.
No, there was two people. They both left together.
Originally there was going to be two people writing.
Our researcher, ladies and gentlemen.
I read the thing on IMDb.
Well, you can probably give it a little more context.
Alright, I'll go find it. Oh wait, according to Annie Potts, about 75% of the original screenplay was thrown out and had to be rewritten when the original screenwriters, I'm good at reading, Rashida Jones and Will McCormack left production. One of the reasons it got pushed back a couple of times.
So those people left because Rashida Jones got whatever she got.
Yeah, because they don't go into it.
Because you wouldn't, because it's obviously in a court case somewhere.
DMs have been thrown out. So, Toy Story 4.
You made this point last time. What is the point in telling me that one of the screenwriters had to leave?
Because she was...
Did you just want to talk about sexual controversies?
No, but I'm saying they obviously kept some of the script, at least 25% of it.
At least 25% of the script is just like...
The characters!
Yeah!
But she obviously came up with the main plot.
That wouldn't be 25% of this. That would be 75% of the script.
No, the main plot is we're going to do this movie, what's about this? And then you had to build on that.
You know what that 25% probably is? Forky. That's it.
Oh,
and what's
they
wrong
kept
with Forky?
in the worst part.
Alright, let's...
We had this... Alright, so what's wrong with
They don't know we had this conversation already. This is fresh to them. This is cutting edge news.
This is our first take in their opinion.
Forky
is shit because he is trash. And he comes to life, and yes, the toys wouldn't know why they come to life, and the people don't know that toys come to life, but surely something knows why they're alive. Surely something.
Why are we alive?
I don't know. But,
do you think something out there knows?
But if I was to write a narrative that has to have fucking rules, I'd fucking hazard a guess, right? But, okay, so it ties into the Pixar theory, which we're not going to go into because we went into the last time we did a Pixar movie in one of these. But basically,
Pixar movie did we do before?
I can't remember.
Good job.
We did a lot of videos. Like
kind
of. We did kind of, because some of them didn't get through.
Hi.
I
never cut out when his parents walk in.
Nope.
I think it's funny.
What are you doing? The podcast.
I think it's funny.
Alright. Don't worry, I'll edit it out. I'm like, no, you're not. You're gonna leave it in. You left it in. But yeah, the thing I didn't like about Forky was that he wasn't a toy. And
He was a toy. He was a made toy.
he
They're
was
all made. They're all toys.
They're all made. They're all toys, but he wasn't a toy. Like he wasn't a toy. Like she had so many toys. She was just, like they should just let her bring a toy to fucking school. Like what would have been her?
Didn't she not bring Andy to school?
No, because Andy's in college.
It's gonna keep happening.
The characters in Toy Story all have names, but it's all.
Do you know
Andy.
any of them?
Yeah, Bonnie is the little girl.
You didn't know that last time.
Yeah, I did. You just didn't know that last time.
No, I asked you because I wanted to see did you actually know what name.
And I said it first take.
After I went buh for ages.
You went buh for like a second.
What actually, real quick? What's your favorite character in Toy Story?
Woody.
Alright, research corner.
Research corner, because we're sitting in an office, not outside.
Well, it's a triangle, right?
So we're all in the corner.
Yeah.
You tick.
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Yeah, the fucking horse.
His name is Bullseye. All right.
To be fair, I forgot it last time as well. I was like the horse, whose name I remember.
Yeah, Bullseye. He's class. He's
Oh.
funny. He did not get to be in this movie enough. That was my
problem.
I was
with the
so
whole
sad.
film.
Bullseye got like 1 second when Woody was leaving.
It's like, see a bullseye?
I also
Oh yeah, bullseye's here.
I also think the
The blue dinosaur they introduced in the last movie got more screen time
Trixie.
than Bullseye did.
Trixie.
I'm delighted that she has a name, but she's
Oh,
not Rex,
she
Woody,
is-
Buzz, Bo, Jesse, or
Shrink.
Bullseye,
Or
or
Slinky.
Slink, or the Pig Bank. So I don't give a shit.
I also think the guy who does the Slinky Dog has also
Super
died.
dead. Oh yeah.
He is definitely dead.
Super dead.
Why are you telling me to the whole gun? Someone's talking about me. Aw. Wait a minute. Did they think I'm dead? Yep. Super dead. Also, what's his name that did Mr. Potato Head? No doubt that was the bit that got killed. Don Rickles is dead as well.
Oh really? Didn't know that.
But they don't.
So Don Rickles died. I'm pretty sure the Slinky guy died after number 2.
Jim Varney. Oh, he died in 2000. He died after number 1.
So then they just reused his shit for like
Wait, when
4
did-
movies.
Oh no, sorry. Toy Story 2 came out in 1999. He got to do Toy Story 2. Then he croaked.
Whoa, there's a big gap between Toy Story 2 and 3.
Yeah, that was
Because
the
all of
whole
the people
thing.
in it are dead.
I mean, everyone's dead though.
Like, Don Rickles, Mr. Potato Head is dead.
Yeah,
The
recently.
guy that was
Slinky.
Slinky is dead. The guy, the Pinky Bank guy is definitely dead.
Is he?
Has to be. Because I've just decided that.
Largely just went.
Ham.
Ham.
Yeah, he's still alive. He was born in 1947.
And
He's still
then
alive.
the person that does the penguin voice,
Well, obviously
he's dead. The one that does the
Wait, wasn't that the
little
same guy?
phone, he's
This-
dead.
Well, yeah, it started 26 years ago when they were all famous, and people only really.
Tom Hanks is still alive.
This is fucking America's dad.
Good old Tom Hanks. Did you see a lot of people came out recently and said that Tom Hanks is real nice?
I love Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is great.
He crashes weddings.
I love the picture of him just with some drunk dude passed out, and he's just like,
Yeah, you would because you're Tom Hanks.
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna stipulate again that I really enjoyed Toy Story 4. It was really
You just
fun.
didn't like Forky
I didn't like Forky
because he's made.
it just fucked with me that he was alive. Like even the toys were like, how the fuck is he alive?
Because she made a toy,
Yeah, and she played with it, but
and she loved it. So her power of love fed into that toy.
then how is Woody alive?
Because someone.
Because he remembers being made in the factory. Like he remembers coming out of a factory. Like
Yeah, once you get made into a toy, you're a toy and
Yeah.
you're alive. Forky
I
got
don't know
made
where
into a
it's
toy.
not like Highlander. There's no Spanish guy coming up to you and going, "Listen, you're gonna live forever until someone takes your head off."
I think the thing that pissed
And
me
yeah, I
off-
made a reference to Highlander that you need to
again,
watch.
you did it again. Yeah,
What's with you and Highlander?
he mentions it.
What do you mean, me and Highlander? This is like your first time.
Seems to be a thing.
What was I gonna say? Fuck.
Only works if you do
thing
Highlander
of-
next. And
obviously
then
the
we put
thing-
this before that.
Yeah. So the only thing that bothers me then about Forky is it's basically just Buzz Lightyear again. But I liked it the first time. I don't like it the second time because I've already seen it.
Yeah,
No, Buzz didn't know he was a toy. He thought he was a space ranger. That was his thing.
And Forky doesn't know he's a toy. He thinks he's trash.
But that's different. Like
How is it
trash.
different?
But he is trash.
they're different kinds of crises.
No, they're not.
They are too.
They are if
One-
they're
one
people,
is- one
but they're
is-
not. They're toys.
But he knows he's trash. He
One
wants
is
to
schizophrenia and one is depression. That's their difference.
And yet they both read as the same issue
Yeah.
when put on film.
And all of the movies have been the same kind of plot. Someone gets lost, and Woody or Buzz Lightyear has to save them.
Because they're going on an adventure.
So loud.
Yeah, thanks for while we're recording an only audio medium. I really appreciate it. No, I'm okay.
You know, actually, I will.
You know what? See, she went to the trouble. But yeah, so I liked that. See, they focus on Woody, who is my
I've had a
favorite.
diet, but it's gone out the window these last 2 days.
This is your treat day, Kevin, right?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Two of them. Just sometimes there's two, sometimes there's one, sometimes there's one. You just have to
Sometimes
just
it's your
roll
whole
with it.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they focused on my favorite character, which they always do because he's the main character, right? But
He's the cowboy.
yeah, but the first 3 films, it was the end of Andy's thing, and then this one was kind of just, it was just kind of like, it feels like it's just tacked on at the end.
That's the end of Woody's thing.
But the film should have been called Woody a Toy Story, and then it still would have been like, instead of Toy Story 4, they should have called it that. And then, like, even in the poster last year, you know, the poster where it was like Woody's hat, and then there was another one where it was like Woody by himself.
Well, they were obviously trying to give him a good send-off.
They gave him a good send off, but they basically told the rest of the toys to fuck off because
Basically, because they're all dead.
Tim Allen isn't dead. It could have been a Woody and Buzz fucking adventure, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
Kinda
that would have
was.
been a real third wheel scenario.
He could have brought Jessie with him. She's fine.
She's not.
Yeah. You can tell that we've been we talked about this for 40 minutes, and now I just can't think of any new thoughts. But
Do you think they'll make it a 5th one? Because it's going to piss off a lot of OCD people going, you can't have a 4. It's 3 or
Me,
6.
you can't.
You can't have 3, 4, or 6. It's 3 or 6 or 9. You can't stop it at 4.
you can't, because they're Pixar.
They could have stopped. There's so many other movies they could have continued on.
And there are only 4 Matrix movies.
Just 3. The Animatrix doesn't count as a film. It's a spin-off.
It's very true.
It's very true. Just agree with him, really.
But there's not really a lot of series that end at a 4.
Jaws. Die Hard. Die Hard ends at 4.
There's
Die Hard
5.
ends at 4.
We had a discussion earlier. There's 5 of
No.
them.
Die Hard ends at 4.
Should have ended at 1.
Die Hard ends at
Should have ended
2 is alright. 2
No.
we can give 2. It's like little.
Hang on now.
Hello.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna end it there because it was good.
4 Twilight movies.
There's 5. It's a part 2.
Oh shit.
You should know. You were a girl.
Didn't like Twilight. I only read Twilight so Chloe would let me make fun of Twilight.
That's the only reason I watched the Twilight movies. And then I turned out to just like them a bit.
In fairness, apparently Twilight 5 is class if you just stop it after they all
After the
die.
battle scene, yeah, it's over.
Just turn it off.
When that happened, right, I was on a date to watch. The reason I watched the Twilight movies is
You
because
went on a date.
to see the last Twilight film, right? And I had not successfully not watched any of them because looking at them, I was like, I'm not gonna like those. And I was right for the majority of those movies.
My brother bought me Twilight as a present. Like, somehow managed to not grasp that I despised it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is focused to teenage girls.
Yeah.
And did
And
he
it's
give it to
really
you?
So is
abusive.
Vampire Diaries. I like
Did you
that.
give it to? Did he give it to you when you were a teenage girl?
She's always been a teenage girl.
Did he give it to you
Popped
when?
out of the womb, a teenage girl.
That's the
did
impression I'm
he-
getting.
Right. So he went.
He's hardly
Logically,
gonna give it to her when she's a baby. Like,
logically, he thought she's a teenage girl. This is mainly for teenage girls. This is a safe buy. And it was a safe buy.
This is the same boy who, like, had a girlfriend for Valentine's Day and she said, don't get me anything. So he didn't get her anything.
Because
He's not smart. Like, that logic didn't come into his
don't
head.
get me anything means just use a bit of initiative and get me some flowers or chocolates or something.
He got her nothing. He didn't even get her a card. And we were like, you have to get her a card.
Do you know if she was pissed or not?
She was.
She's
She's
gone.
a woman that got nothing on Valentine's Day, Kevin. She was angry.
She's gone. She never appeared again.
Because he killed her. That's what he got her for
It
Valentine's.
could have been other things.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So listen,
oh dear.
you liked the movie, you just didn't like Forky. And that was
I liked the
Woody
movie. Didn't like Forky. I felt that the
Cried
other
like a
characters
baby.
got very hard done by.
What did you think of the kind of bad guy?
The kind of bad. This is what we were talking about the last time. So There's not really.
What's her
there
name?
is- What?
Gabby Gabby.
Gabby,
Gabby,
Gabby. Yeah.
Okay. Research corner.
That's what she's for. I liked it, but Toy Story, that like we were saying, that Woody was the bad guy in the original Toy Story, other than Sid at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, the bad guy was the Prospector. I like the Prospector. Prospector's a really good villain.
Stinky
because,
Pete.
Yeah, he's the Prospector.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
name is Stinky Pete though.
But they all call him Prospector.
You don't call Woody the sheriff. You call him Woody.
Bonnie calls him the sheriff. But then she takes the sheriff badge off him and puts it on Jesse. But then the third one has Lotso Hug and Bear, who I also said wasn't really a villain. He was just protecting his community, and the new toys weren't respecting the way.
You could use that argument for Trump, and he's still a bad guy.
Let's not do that.
Let's not. Yeah,
So
we have a very niche audience
of one
of
person.
people that just are on the internet for hours, and for some reason have gotten to the Irish part of the internet and just like, I'm just gonna give this hour-long podcast a listen.
So
And then this one, she wasn't a bad guy, and like I was saying to my friend, I've seen this with my friend Chris, and he was like, I don't like her as a bad guy, and I was like, that's because she's not the bad guy. There's no bad guy. The whole point of this is about endings, about people getting their happy endings.
She wants a kid.
She wants a kid, and she got one.
Yeah,
And it
not
was
the
real-
one she wanted.
Yeah, but it was real touching because it was about like not getting what you want, but doing what you have to. But like that gets you what you want, I guess, because what you want is purpose. Like what she wanted was a purpose, and she thought what her purpose was one thing when it wasn't, because that's just how life works. You think you want a certain purpose, and then you do that purpose, and you're like, nope, that's not it. You do something else.
Cool.
And
I've
that was
just
really
given someone an existential crisis.
good.
I'm not gonna lie. I straight up zoned out at something else when you were talking there. I heard nothing.
Good.
I was thinking about something else.
Good. Right.
I'm pretty sure it's cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice. Smart.
You're basic.
Toy nuts.
You're basic.
Yeah. So, Gabby was good because she was sweet. The fucking those ventriloquist dolls are still the creepiest thing in the world.
I love how they run.
I love how they run. I love how they got clotheslined by a drawer, and I now love the thought that in the Toy Story universe, every single one of ventriloquist dummies are alive. So that means when they're being used, when they're not being used, they're alive. So they could just sit on a shelf and move and turn. There's a Goosebumps story about that, isn't there? Where
Yeah.
like the ventriloquist dummy is alive.
The only episode of Goosebumps I ever watched, and it traumatized me for so
All
long.
of them did because they were all traumatized.
I only watched that one, and my mom was like, "Yeah, you're never watching that again."
Because it was
And
horrifying.
that was last year.
That was last year.
No, it
It was last week.
it was yesterday. I'm still getting over that.
But yeah, I thought it was good, but it was a great way to send Woody off. But I think the others deserved more than what they got.
You think they'll do 2 more?
No, please God, no. But here we are.
What other Pixar movie would you
There
like
is
to
5, by the way. There's a short, which is Toy
No,
Story Tower.
no.
With that thing with all the dinosaur people.
Jesse's in it.
Doesn't count.
No, doesn't count.
What?
Does it have a number after it? No, then it doesn't.
So
count.
what other franchise would you like? Because Incredibles took years to get a second one.
2 was enough.
Did you not like the second one?
It's alright. It's good. Like it was good, and the 2 was enough.
Did you like Monsters University?
No,
I liked the raccoon in Incredibles too. He was my favourite character.
the raccoon.
Yeah.
in
I haven't
Incredibles
seen
2.
Jack fights the raccoon.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, he's my
Would you
favourite
like to see
character.
Brave 2?
No,
I
I
love
think that's a
Brave.
Disney movie.
No,
No, it
that's
isn't. Sorry, no,
Pixar.
it isn't. Yeah, because the witch is Boo,
She just gets to be like,
a Disney princess.
yeah, she's always lumped in, and people are like, "That's a Pixar movie," and everyone's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter."
They're all off by the same. Leia's a Disney princess. Just fuck off.
And
Yeah, cool. Basically.
yeah, that's it. It's
Yeah.
over. It's done. We're done.
But we have to ask people to like, comment, and subscribe, so that Jess knows what to do when she's listening to the videos.
Half hour since you put those things in, 20 minutes.
Bye.